What's going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here in Warframe. This is the first run that I had done with the Archwing after actually completing the mission. So we'll talk a bit about that in here and my thoughts on the first run. Obviously I've run a few after that, so I've got some more thoughts and comparisons. And as well, we have about 10 minutes here. I want to just kind of go through the good and bad so far in Update 15. I mean, I really haven't had a chance to sit down and just drop some good and bad, my personal thoughts here, if you will. And please, by all means, do feel free to share your thoughts, as always, in the comments section. We'll do a couple more of these as well. So initially, this can be a bit confusing. Obviously, the maps are huge. Still not liking that whole, when I super speed, the map just like shaking everywhere, out of my control. I mean, shoot, if I want to shake it, I'll shake it myself, right? No, but anyway, it can get you, if you do too much, it could potentially lead to you getting a little dizzy there, or at least for me anyway. So I just won't do it too much. This is an exterminate, by the way. In terms of the Archwing and whatnot, you get the Imperator, and you get the melee weapon with the actual quest. The other stuff I'll have already covered and show you. You just get it from the market, basically, and then you gotta find the parts inside the Archwing quest to get them. But with that said, the maps are awesome. They're very, very confusing, though. I'm consistently looking at my map in the upper screen just to make sure that I stay within the correct box, and I don't fly out of the box and get myself, you know, killed for going out of the zone, basically. I'm consistently hitting things as well. And I'm not talking about hitting enemies, I'm talking about actually hitting objects, just because I'm not used to the whole flight system yet. Still, it's not horrible at all. It is definitely some more content to go through, especially if people were lacking content. There is plenty now to go in here. But let's talk a little bit about that as well. Okay, so ship customizations turns out to be bobbleheads at $35 a piece, or 35 platinum a piece, if you will. Since I have no real interest in the bobbleheads, and I have no real interest in customizing my Lisette, I don't care about that. It doesn't really bother me. It's only visual per se, so I'm okay with them going for platinum, whatever, with that. Though I think 35 platinum is probably a little high, personally. In terms of the noble and agile sets from the Warframes that you can purchase now, from your arsenal and use on any frame, that's fine. You know, and they have it set up as platinum, and I talked about that in the overview video. They have it set up as platinum. I don't agree with it being 50 platinum for an agile set or a noble set. I mean, we're talking one set. Okay, it just, yeah, that's a little bit pricey, I think, at any cost. But again, personal taste. Right, this map is definitely confusing. It's going to take forever to learn these maps, that is for sure. Some other things that I noted, and I don't know if anyone else has brought this to anyone's attention yet, and I will be definitely leaving some comments about this. So we've got all these new enemies in here now, inside the Archwing area, if you will. Ow. And, you know, the Codex goes with us scanning items to build our Codex up. Yes? Well, how in the hell do we scan these items if you can't have your deconstructor, or you can't have whatever that weapon was that I can't remember that we used for scanning. So you can't scan any of this stuff, so you'll never be able to fill up your Codex? Was that just something totally missed? Obviously they've got to find some way to fix that, so these enemies are scannable. I personally don't see why you can't have your Sentinel with you. It's a mechanical device. I mean, it should be. At least you'd be able to have Helios then. So that's something that kind of got to me, and I realized it right away. In terms of the Warframe, the Limbo Warframe, and the Limbo Quest, I do really... Gosh, I don't know how to put it. I'm actually, for the first time ever, not happy about how it's set up. I mean, it is an awful grind fest to do it. I'm still working on it. You know, I've only gotten through one part of it. Reason being is because, okay, so one, you've got to be a Mastery rank 4 to be able to even do the quest. So that's one. So low-level players are going to have that issue. Two, you have to complete the Archwing quest in order to open up the Limbo Therium quest. Okay, so you're mandated by, you have to finish Archwing in order to get that. Now here's the problem with that. You finish Archwing, you open up the Limbo Therium, and you go to do the quest. Well, the quest is a 22 to 30 Grineer Interception Archwing run. Okay? You have nothing on your frame, on your Archwing, on your weapons here, because these are all new mods that have to be farmed. So now you've got to go farm all this stuff if you expect to even run the mission, which turns out you pretty much can't run it solo. You can, but you'd have to maintain at least 1 point the whole time. Even if you lose, you would still get one of the fragments, but as it stands now, you need to have a team, and I can't tell you how many times I failed because the team just simply didn't know how to do an interception mission in space, which is no different than doing an interception mission on Earth or whatever it is. But then again, nobody knows how to do it then there either. They all just run around like, hey, I'll just keep running around like a little monkey. Yeah. You know, I mean, so you fail it millions of times and then you get kind of pissed off about it. But what happens is you got to run this quest. You got to get these fragments for your Therium. Then you go back and you build it, which only takes a minute to build it. Then it puts you on a quest to go get the helmet first on an excavation. Then once you've gotten the helmet, you got to go back, run that interception again. Then you get another excavation to go get the next blueprint. I think it's a chassis. Then you got to do it again. Then you got to go back and do another excavation for the systems. Okay. Each one of these obviously takes 12 hours, like always, to build. And then you got 36 hours for the actual frame, which, you know, is no different than any of the other times. But the grind in between, because your average player, yes, not a seasoned veteran that's been playing for 2 years now, but your average player is going to be hit with a content wall that could potentially take, ouch, gosh, realistically, a week just to complete it and another week to get it. So you're talking potentially 2 weeks. Got this last one here just to get the Limbo, and that's where I'm at right now, because I refuse to put any platinum into getting Limbo, because I personally don't really like the whole Limbo frame and what his abilities are about, as he's mostly a solo frame, or what would truthfully be a trolling frame, because he can put you in and out of rifts and keep you from dealing damage or doing anything in a mission. So I have some issues with that. But with that said, I just wanted to get that out there. Got a lot more stuff coming. So leave any comments, questions, anything like that below. I'll catch you guys in the next episodes. As always, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you soon.